recording, yeah. Okay, so let's have a look here. The first question is your equation. Do you all have? You should have this because you were in class. Oh, okay. Well, you can check your answer then. So the first question was, find the equation of the line which is parallel to this one and passes through the point 12, 17. So this is equal to 4x plus 1 equals 3y. So that means the m is 4 over 3. So you have y equals mx plus c. I put that in. I get 17 equals 4 over 3x, which is 12 plus c. 3 goes into 12 4 times, 16. C is 1. Is that right? Did you get 1? Yeah. Y equals 4 over 3x plus 1. Okay, that's the first question done.
Sorry,
Yeah.
our exam, is it like literally, let's say like, you know how each question has marks allocated to it?
Yes.
So if I add all the lines, is that literally my score? Or it's like over something multiplied by something?
No, 1 mark is 1%.
1 mark is 1%.
Yeah.
So yeah, each mark
Is a percent, yeah.
Oh.
The big percentage.
Yeah. 40, 60. A and B. Okay. Continue? Sorry, continue?
Yeah.
So the next one was a bag contains 5 red, 9 green, 8 blue. A ball is taken from the bag at random. What's the probability it's not red? So total number here 22, and not reds are 9 and 8. Yeah. So 17 over 22. Yeah, but I put in some easy ones to balance out some of the hard ones. Next. Continue. Number 3 was you had to divide this into the cubic and factorize. 2x cubed minus 7x minus 12. So that's 2x squared. That's 2x cubed plus 8x squared. Minus x squared minus 7x minus 12. Minus x squared minus 4x. So that's minus 3x minus 12. Minus 3. Minus 3x minus 12. 0. So the factors are x plus 4. And the 2 factors of the quadratic, which have to be a 2x. I think the 3 is going to be here. Oh no, the 3 is no here, yeah. And this is an x, and this is a 1, and this is minus, and this is plus. Okay, that's all right for 5 marks. Continue. Yeah, that's okay to continue? Yeah, okay. So far, everything's okay? All usual enough, right? Okay. So the next is a trig question. This angle here is 54. This side is 12 centimeters, and this side is 14 centimeters, and this angle here is x. And we are looking for x. Okay, what is this one, sine or cos? Sine, yeah. Oh, they made it a little bit.
Yeah.
Sneaky. You have to find this first before you can find the x, yeah. So you can say sine b over 14 equals sine 54 over 12. So, yeah, b will be, hang on, let me just write this down, sine inverse of 14 sine 54 over 12. And what did you get for that? 70.7 degrees. So that means x is 180 minus 54 minus 70.7. And what's that? 55.3. Okay, so 3. Okay. So far there's nothing really unusual, right? Everything is what we've done in class and everything is normal enough. Can I scroll down? Yeah, okay. The next one is, oh, there was a typo on that. It should say defined as gx equals minus 1 over x minus log x, and we want the derivative here. So that's, if that's x to the minus 1, yeah, well, it'll be minus minus, so it'll be 1 over x squared minus 1 over x. And when you put in 1, you get 0. Yeah?
So would this be an inflection point?
It would be at least a stationary point. Continue. Right. Solve 7 power 8x minus 3 equals 1 over 100. So you put a log on both sides. You can use any log, but if you have the special log button in your calculator where you can choose any base, then you might as well use base 7 to save time. You could put in log base 7 here and then log base 7 here. Because 7 to what power gives me 7 power 8x minus 3? Well, that's 8x minus 3. And this is log base 7 of 0.01, that's 1 over 100. So I'll just bring the 3 to the right, and that becomes 3 plus that. And then, yeah, and then the last thing to do is just to divide by 8, isn't it? So cross out the 8, and that's it there. Whatever 3 plus log base 7 of 0.01 all over 8 is. So what did you get?
0.792.
Say again, Mubarak?
0.0792.
I actually did the exponential way, but I got 6.
What do you mean the...
7,
Uh-huh.
7 to the power of 8x over 7 here. And
Uh-huh.
put there, and then the other log. And then the log method, yeah.
Seems more like more work.
Yeah, more work.
Yeah.
I didn't think of this. I was just panicking.
Why? It's only a practice test.
Yeah.
Panic in the real test. Okay. Okay, you got that? Yeah. 5 marks. Nice. Not bad, huh? 5 marks. Scroll down. Yeah. 1296 plus 1080 plus 900, etc. Okay. The A is 1296 and the R is, what's it, 4/5? 1080 over 1000.
1.2.
No, it can't be 1.2. 5 over 6. So it converges because R is between minus 1 and 1. And the sum to infinity is A over 1 minus R, which is 1296 over 1 minus 5/6 is 1/6. So it's whatever 6 times 1296 is.
776.
Like this?
What if I just write the R is less than 1?
Oh, no, because minus 2 is less than 1 and it doesn't converge. Yeah. It needs to, I'm afraid it needs to be this. Okay. 8 now. Can I scroll down? Yeah. I think I made this test too easy. Yeah. 8. Y equals 3x squared plus ax plus b. It crosses the y-axis at 0, 6 and has a turning point at x equals 2. Okay, so if I sub in 0, 6, I get 6 equals 0 plus 0 plus b. So I've worked out what the b is. The b must be 6. The turning point happens when x is 2. So the derivative, which is 6x plus a, that's supposed to equal, yeah?
Do I have to show like 0, 6?
Nah, it's obvious I think here. That's equal to 0 when x is 2.
Yeah.
When x is 2. So that means 12 plus a equals 0, so obviously a is minus 12. So you have y equals 3x squared minus 12x plus 6 is the answer here. Yeah.
Is it okay to use complete
Yep.
answer?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Seems more work though.
Do we just rectify the equation?
No, not strictly speaking. You just have to find the a and the b.
Yeah, but this makes more sense. This completing is where you have to be really careful to
Yep.
pick out the.
Did you get the right answer?
Yeah, I did. But you just have to. I did it like 3 times just because you have to get it.
Yep.
Right?
Okay, continue. Moses? So, the next one is find the equation of the normal to the curve y equals cos x at the point pi over 2 and 0. So the derivative here is minus sine x, which becomes minus 1 when you put in the point pi over 2. So that means the m is equal to 1, because it's a normal, it's perpendicular. So you have y equals 1x plus c. I can put this in to get the c. So I have 0 equals pi over 2 plus c. So c is obviously minus pi over 2. So there's my answer. Y equals x minus pi over 2.
Wait, it's one question.
Yeah.
Why is that derivative 1?
Why is the what now with what?
Why is our derivative 1?
Because it's perpendicular.
Oh. Oh, yeah. I didn't do it.
Getting cold up here? It's not so bad outside though.
It's not protocol.
Is it?
It is.
Well, Mubarak has the window open there. This is probably the reason why.
It's not protocol.
He's a jerk. Right. 10, okay. Can I scroll down? Yep. So, in 10, I said, here's a quadratic, find its equation, and I've marked off this point as minus 3, and this point is 3. So you actually know quite a bit already. If we think about the quadratic as having factors, ax plus b times cx plus d, you actually know one of the factors already, because you know that 3 is supposed to be an answer. So you can actually reduce this down to just finding one factor, x minus 3. Yeah? Is that okay so far? I know 3 should be a factor. So I can replace one of the factors with x minus 3.
How would you be sure it's not the ax plus?
Doesn't matter. We get the same answer. You swap the first one. But
Yes.
you kind of know that this one here should be between 0 and 3. So I usually put the bigger one second. Yeah? Now, is that okay? Like, that's only the start. Is that okay? Or what?
Yeah.
It's okay? Are you sure? Yeah. So, what else do we know about this quadratic? It's y-intercept. So that means when x is 0, what should y be? Minus 3. So let's see what we can get out of that. Minus 3 equals b times minus 3. Yeah? So b is 1.
Y
Okay, I want you
minus
to
b times minus
what did you just do now?
I just cancel. OMG. I just divided both sides by minus 3.
No. From y, the second to the third.
It's like you're not listening to me.
-3.
We know.
No, why did you put minus 3 on this side?
Because x is
It's
0.
No, I'm just multiplying the second.
Ah, you're
and
making
so
work for
what
yourself. No.
No, and then the y-intercept will be minus 3b, and the minus 3b is equals to negative 3, so the b will be 1.
You said what?
I multiply the second row
This
into
one?
a quadratic,
Yeah.
and then the y-intercept will be negative 3b, right?
The y-intercept will be minus 3, yeah?
Yeah.
No, minus 3.
So the y-intercept is negative 3. Negative 3b is equal to negative 3.
So b equals 1.
One, yeah.
Which is what I said. But much quicker.
But what you did, well, I don't understand how you, I understand that's the way I did it.
Ah, guys, you're not listening to me. Listen. All I did here was replace x with 0 and replace y with minus 3.
Okay, now, sorry.
Okay? Is that okay, Burak?
Yeah.
Abir? Yeah. So I have my b as 1 now. Okay? So I have y equals ax plus 1 times x minus 3. So I'm nearly finished. All I have to do is to get the a. And the last piece of information I have not used yet is that this area is equal to that area. Now, what is this point here if I'm looking at this equation? So this one is x is 3, and that comes from this factor. So what's the root here? No. This, yeah, what is it? Yeah, this point here is minus 1 over a.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Is that okay? Continue? Yes? Okay, so last thing now. I know that the area here, so that means the area from minus 3 to minus 1 over a, this area. Now, because this area is under, I have to say minus. So if I integrate that, well, what I'm actually doing here, Angela, is I'm going to say it's equal to, yeah, minus 1 over a to 3.
Minus 3 over.
Yeah. Now, I know that looks messy, but I'm down to a situation where I just have to solve this and I can get the a. So we should multiply out the quadratics first. So this will be minus integrate from minus 3 to minus 1 over a. That's ax squared, x plus, what's the middle piece here? That's 1x minus 3x, minus 3a. 1 minus 3a, x minus 3 dx. Yeah? And that's equal to, so here I can do the same thing here, multiplying out. Can you still see this? Okay. So if I do the same thing here, I get minus 1 over a to 3, ax squared plus 1 minus 3ax minus 3 dx. Now I can integrate and sub in the two values. Yes? Okay. Oh, I just multiplied the inner and the outer. So the inner part's 1x, and the outer part is minus 3ax. So I can put them together. Yes? Okay, so integrating, what does the ax squared become? Ax squared? Ax cubed over 3. And then this one here?
1 minus 3ax
Squared over 2. Minus 3x. Okay. And the limits here are minus 3 and minus 1 over a. And don't forget this has a minus in front. So it's minus that. And then that's equal to the same thing here. With different limits. 3 and minus 1 over a. So that's ax cubed over 3 plus 1 minus 3a over 2 x squared minus 3x. Okay, so let's sub in. If I sub in the minus 1 over a, what's minus 1 over a cubed? That's minus 1 over a cubed. Multiplied by a, so that'll be minus 1 over 3a squared. Plus 1 minus 3a times 1 over a squared. Plus 3 over a. I accidentally wrote minus 3 here, but nobody corrected me on that. It should have been, no it's not. It's 0. I'm starting here. Yeah. Yeah, now that would have been a problem if I hadn't spotted that. So that's 0. The reason I noticed that is because there's no point in putting in the 0, because it's all just going to be 0. Equals, I'll put in the 3 first. 3 cubed is 27, 27 over 3 is 9, so that's 9a. That's plus 1 minus 3a times 9 over 2. Oh, goodness sake. Minus 9. Minus. And what you're going to get is the same thing as this on the left, because you're putting in minus 1 over a. Yeah? Yeah? That's really nice, because it means this guy cancels that guy, because you have a minus, the same thing as what you have here, minus this bracket. Yeah, so they both cancel, so you're just actually left with this simple equation. You're left with 9a plus 9 over 2 minus 27 over 2a minus 9 equals 0.
1, 9 minus 27. Okay.
Yeah? So, what's that? What's 9 minus 27 over 2, please? 18. 9 over 2. Is it?
This is a little bit work for 4 months.
I know, I was being a jerk. Because everything else was so nice and easy. What's 9a minus 27 over 2, please?
Minus 9 over 2.
Minus 9 over 2, a. And then, Angela, 9 over 2 minus 9, what's that? Yeah, 9 over 2, isn't it? Minus 9 over 2 equals 0. So a equals minus 1. So you have your answer. Y equals minus 1x plus 1 times x minus 3. That will equal minus x squared. And then it's 3x plus x, so that's 4x minus 3. That's the quadratic. Yeah, well, there's other things you could have done here. You could have said that the area from 0 to 3 is equal to 0.
I didn't even use integration before.
Then you did it wrong.
Yeah, I know.
Because, yeah, okay.
Literally what I did is, I multiplied it. See the second equation up there?
Yeah,
When we already got to what b is, I multiplied it out.
yeah.
Then I brought a outside and
Interesting.
It was useful at the time.
Yes.
I had the answer.
Okay. Okay.
Can you just? I got lost when you were simplifying the brackets when you were solving. After you cancel the same with the deficit.
I can watch the video again.
9A.
Can watch the video again.
Even when you did it, I was watching.
Yeah, so watch it again. You know, it's like a TV show where you don't get it the first time, but then you watch it the second time and you're like, oh yeah, the smoke monster. Now I get it. No?
Smoke monster, where did I hear that? No, it's
Very good.
love that show.
I just is it this step?
Yeah, when you went from the step above it to that one.
Oh, like cancel was.
Yeah, no, yeah, that bracket.
So what's the problem? I just multiplied in the 9 here. See, told you. Okay, got that? Yeah. Say again, Andrew?
What's the total marks for section A?
40 marks for section A. Okay. Can we go on to section B? We can go on to section B? Yeah? Okay. Right. You have 6x minus 2y equals 3, and 2x plus 3y equals 12. What's the slope of each? So this one is 6x minus 3 equals 2y, and this one is 2x, well, what am I doing? 3y equals minus 2x plus 12. So this one here you divide by 2. So I get 3x minus 3 over 2. And this one here you divide by 3. I get minus 2 over 3 plus 4. So the slopes are 3 and minus 2 over 3. The two lines intersect at x. Find x. Alright, well since I now have this, I can simply say 3x minus 3 over 2. Oh sorry, I lost my x there. Minus 2 over 3x plus 4. Right, so 3x plus 2 over 3, that's 11 over 3x. And then 4 plus 3 over 2 is 11 over 2. So, is it a minus? So then x will equal 3 over 2. Yeah? And then y is 3 times 3 over 2. That's 9 over 2 minus 3 over 2 is 6 over 2, which is 3. Yes. So there you go. 5 marks. Awesome. That makes up for that 810 I gave you. So, yeah, that's all 7 marks so far. Okay. And then the next part is easy peasy as well. Complete the square. So that's y equals x minus 6 squared. And then 19 minus 36. What's that? 17? Okay. Part 2. Find the coordinates where the curve crosses the x-axis. Right, so they want you to solve this. So the easiest thing to do would just be to say x minus 6 squared should equal 17, if this is equal to 0. So you get x minus 6 equals root 17, plus or minus. So the answer is x equals 6 plus or minus root 17. That's the answer there. Give your answer in surd form. I've done that. Sketch clearly showing where it crosses all the points. So,
Sorry.
yeah.
The one that says give your answer in surd form. I want us to it says find the point of something. So find the coordinates of the point. Shouldn't we do like 6 plus root 7 comma 0?
Does it say?
It says find the coordinates.
Oh, dudes. Okay. y equals 0 then. Right, so where does the quadratic here cross? It crosses at 19. So,
Would it be wrong though if it was just for x's?
technically it would be.
So do I give myself
Why did
marks
6
for
plus
this?
root 17 come to 0? 6 minus root 17.
Look, I wrote this and that's fine.
Sir, so do I give myself marks?
Take away a mark. Not full marks. No, just be quiet. 3, 4, that's about 4. So that's about 10 and 2. So it's about like here and here. So it goes whoop, like this. So that's that. This point here,
19.
it's 19. This point here is 6 minus root 17. This point here is 6 plus root 17. And this point here is 6 minus 17. And there you go. How long did that take? 5 minutes? That was a great question one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you find coordinates of 6 and negative 17?
You mean the 0 here?
No, that one.
On the picture?
The 6 and negative 17.
The coordinates down by brackets.
This? Yeah, well, it says to include the turning point. Did you not do that? 2 marks for you instead of 3.
Why is that 19?
Why is what 19?
The point there.
Oh, Barry, don't be a jerk. Look at the quadratic. X squared minus 12x plus 19.
So,
Yeah.
what you need to do is, like, I put just 6 there and I didn't put 17.
Then you don't get full marks. Because it did say turning point. So it wants the x and the y. Yeah.
So you must put, like, I didn't put the brackets of.
Well, let me just put it this way. You marked a 6 here. There's a 6 here on your graph. No, just answer me. Is there a 6 on your graph?
Yeah.
And is there a minus 17?
No.
Anywhere? No. So then, if you haven't even put the minus 17 here, then that's a problem.
I put it minus 17 there.
Oh my goodness, I asked you, is there a minus 17 on your graph? And you said no. Is there, now I'll ask you again, is there a minus 17 on your graph?
Yes.
Okay, well then it's fine. Please, when I ask you a question, I'm not trying to trick you, just give me the straight answer. Yeah, okay, no, sorry. I still have the other group after this. Okay. I think. What's that? And don't forget Mo as well.
Yeah. Get another cup of coffee.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, can I scroll down? Yeah. So I think we can just get a start on B2, and then I'll continue it in the next video.
Will you put
B2
the
actually is quite small.
The whole thing? Well, let's see how we get on.
will you put the HS1 video, like will you continue this video
Yeah.
or will it be a different one?
No, it'll be literally the video after this. I'll call it part 2. It'll be this will be uploaded in a few seconds after the video stops. So, right. State which of these is an arithmetic progression and find the sum of the first 12. So if I look at the first one, it's no, it's not, definitely not the first one. The second one,
Third one.
well, let me just check. It's not the second one, so it has to be the third one.
Yeah, I tried to.
Where's the third one?
So the A is 58
B is
minus 12. So you're looking for this S12. So that's n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Is that 121? No, this is 11 times 12.
Minus 1.
Yeah.
It's 121
Minus 1, 3.
minus 132 is 11 times 12.
11 times 11 squared is
Yeah, oh, that's what I was thinking of. So that's, what do we get here for our answer?
Minus
Minus
96.
96. Okay, fine. Which one is geometric? The first one, you're multiplying by 1 over 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's the 135 plus 45 plus 15. The A is 135, and the R is 1 over 3, and the sum to infinity is A over 1 minus R. So that's 2/3, so that's 3 over 2 of 135. So what's that about? 202.5. Thank you. Explain why the last one is neither arithmetic or geometric. Well, if you look at the last one, you can get the the D is the difference between 46 and 58. And that's actually not the same thing as the difference between 34 and 46. So it's not a constant difference. And if you try to get the OR will be 46 over 58, and that's not actually the same as 34 over 46. So it's neither AP nor GP.
Sir, is it fine if I say it does not have a common difference or a combination? Or do I
Yeah, but I don't really know.
That's why I don't like this kind of questions.
Yeah.
I don't know what they want.
How does he get the message?
I would rather you said not that it doesn't have a common ratio, although that is true. I think it would be a little clearer to say the common ratio is not constant. So, like, it doesn't exist because there's no constant number. The same goes for the common difference. In other words, the common difference isn't common. That's kind of the point. Yeah.
Do the next one, please.
Yes, next one now.
So do I cut marks for me?
Yeah, I'll give it to you, but just flesh it out a bit more in the exam.
This one is confusing.
The first, third, and sixth terms of an AP. The first, the third, and the sixth term of an AP are also the first 3 terms in a GP. And the fifth term is 16. So you know that A plus 4D is 16. And it's a positive common difference. Find the GP terms. Okay, so look. These are supposed to be the same. So it means the second over the first is the same as the third over the second. So that means A plus 2D over A should be the same as A plus 5D over A plus 2D. If you cross multiply, you get A squared plus 2 by 2, 8AD plus 4D squared equals A squared plus 5AD. You can cancel out the A squareds. They tell you D is not 0, so you can cancel the D out from everything.
How do you get 880?
Yeah, that's
It's
what.
480. 2 into 2. 2 times 2.
2 times 2 times 2.
What?
Ah, come on, Angela.
A squared.
Don't be a Mubarak here. A plus 2D squared.
Times A plus
Oh,
B
thank you.
squared.
Sorry, I was being a Mubarak here. Sorry.
Buildings and the opinion bar.
Funny. Okay. Yeah, good Mubarak in there. Okay. Right, so I cancelled the A squared, I cancelled out the D. So what have I got here? 5A minus 4A is A, right? Is A equal 4D? So A is 8.
A is 8.
Yeah, because if A is 4D, I can go back to this guy. 4D is supposed to be A. So I get 2A equals 16, so A equals 8. If A equals 8, then D equals 2. Whoa, 27 seconds.
4.
Stay calm. Okay. Now, in fact, I'm not finished. They wanted the first 3 terms, so I still needed to work out the OR. So the OR will be A plus 2D over A. What's the A? We said 8. And D? 2. So 12 over 8. 12 over 8 is 4 over 3, isn't it?
No, I'm sorry. The GP was 8, comma 12.
Yeah, but 8 plus 4 is 12, right? 12 over 8 is what? Is it 4 over 3?
Yeah. No.
Oh, you need to say
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
2.5.
Guys, stop. 12 over 8.
It's 3 over 2.
It's 3 over 2, thank you.
Yes.
Alright, so now that I know the or and I know the a, I can get the first 3 terms of the geometric. So my answers are a, what's a? 8, 12, and 18. They're the first 3 terms. That's the answer there.
I have a question.
Yeah?
How did you cancel out with these when you found out that it's 0?
No, it's not 0, so I can divide everything by d.
Oh, okay.
Right, that actually is good. That gets the B2 finished.
Yes. Sir, is it fine, like, if I attempt all the...
No, you only get marked for the first 4 you attempt.
Uh,
So don't be doing that in the exam. It's about strategy. Hang on, I need to take the attendance before you go. Then you can go. I'm going to close this now, yes?